Thank you for calling CDC Info, a service of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. If you would like to continue in English, press 1.
Si desea continuar en español, marque.
If you are calling about COVID-19 at-home test kits, press 1. If you are a medical or healthcare professional or calling on official government business, press 2. If you are a member of the media, press 3. For all other questions, press 4. To repeat this menu, press. For questions about COVID-19, press 1. For all other questions, press 2. To repeat this menu, press. Please hold for the next available representative. Our agents are not medical professionals and cannot provide medical advice. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance.
Thank you for calling CDC Info. My name is Susan. How may I help you?
Hi, I just saw recently that you guys are changing your policy on letting dogs across the border.
Yeah, and is this from Canada?
Yeah, from Canada.
Is this for travel after August the 1st?
Yes, it is.
Do you have questions about the new regulations?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how can I help you?
Okay, first I'm wondering why it's in place.
Okay.
And
Do you have additional questions about it?
yeah, I'm also wondering, it's saying that the dog has to be microchipped. Is that true?
All right, I'd be happy to help you with this, sir, if I understand you correctly. You want to know why is the new dog import regulation in place, and does the dog have to have a microchip? Is that correct?
Yeah, along with the rabies vaccine, it says the microchip is needed possibly before the rabies vaccine is administered.
Okay.
Okay, and if you're taking a list of questions, I'm just wondering how we can change this so that that's avoidable for the future.
Okay. Are you wanting to know how you can change the regulations, sir? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, how we as people can stop this from happening, because this is going to be a big problem for people, it seems, and I don't see a reason why, so that's kind of all my questioning, my line of questioning anyway.
Okay. I'd be happy to help you with this, sir. If I understand you correctly, you're wanting to know why is the new dog import from Canada regulation in place, and does the dog have to have a microchip? You also would like to know, does the microchip have to be before the rabies vaccine is administered if it's from a foreign country? And can you get the new regulation changed?
Well, not can, but how we do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're wanting to know how can you get the regulation changed, the U.S. regulation, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Alrighty. I'll be happy to help you with this, sir, if you don't mind. If you I can place you on a brief hold while I access those resources to see what information I can find for you.
Sure, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you. And please hold. I'll be placing you on hold now. All right, yes, sir. Thank you for holding. I was able to find some information within our CDC resources for you.
Nice, thank you.
Now, CDC did update its dog and cat importation regulation in 2024 to protect the health and safety of people and animals and prevent the reintroduction of dog rabies to the United States. Of course, rabies is 99% fatal and 100% preventable. The United States did eliminate dog rabies in 2007, but dog rabies is not controlled in over 100 countries, creating a risk to the United States through imported dogs. Additionally, the standardization of the dog importation process, the standard requirements for the minimum age of importation, microchips, the CDC dog import form, and other documents will streamline the importation process and allow for safer and more efficient entry of dogs into the United States. It is important to note that the public comments were considered when these requirements were updated. On July 10th, 2023, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC published a notice of proposed rulemaking on the Federal Register website in which public comment was requested on the proposed amendments to the current foreign quarantine regulations. During the public comment period, HHS and CDC received 2,106 comments from individuals, groups, organizations in the airline industry. This included one comment from a group of organizations involved in animal rescue that included 118,000 signatures. A summary of the public comments and responses, including updates made in response to the public comments, are available on the Federal Register website. Now, as far as the microchip, since the dog, regardless of the travel date, for dogs from high-risk countries, the microchip must be implanted before the dog's most recent rabies vaccination was administered. For dogs vaccinated in dogs rabies-free or low-risk countries, the microchip number must be listed on the required forms and all records of veterinary services. How you can bring a dog into the United States does depend on where the dog was vaccinated for rabies and where the dog's been in the past 6 months, especially if the dog's been in a high-risk country for dog rabies. To enter the United States, your dog will be required to meet specific criteria. In addition to those specific requirements your dog will need to meet, please note that all dogs must be at least 6 months old, have a microchip, and have a CDC dog import form receipt. There is no exceptions to the age, microchip, or documentation needed to enter. If the dog does not meet the CDC requirements, the dog will be denied entry upon arrival in the United States and returned to the last country of departure at the importer's expense. Also, in addition to the specific requirements your dog will need to meet, please note that all dogs must appear healthy to enter the United States. You must also comply with the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the destination state or territory's regulations. For more information on those USDA and state requirements, you can visit that USDA website. Now, we do know this is a difficult situation, and CDC has provided different options to import your dog into the United States. We do appreciate your cooperation as we do work to protect family and dogs from rabies. Now, staff members are not available to make phone calls to answer individual questions. We do thank you for your feedback. CDC Info is a contracted service of CDC and ATSDR, and we provide general health information in response to common questions from the public and health workers. I can offer to send any feedback you might have to the CDC program if you like, and they will contact you if needed. However, because the CDC does receive so many public inquiries, staff members may not be available to answer every person's question. Would you still be interested in having your feedback sent to the CDC?
Sure.
Okay. If I can get your first and last name, please.